The center map for Ark Survival Ascended is officially here, and one of the most important things that you need to know how to do is take on the bosses. There are 6 artifacts that are available on the map that you will need in order to start the boss fight. However, it is important to know that there are other artifacts that are available scattered around the map. So just because you find an artifact doesn't necessarily mean that it is actually one of the ones that you are going to need in order to take on the boss. So today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the artifacts, where to find them, the entrances to the cave location. So guys, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new here, and definitely let me know what you think of the center so far. Now, if you run up to an obelisk, you're going to be able to see exactly what you need for each of the boss fights. Now, it's important to note that there are only 6 artifacts needed for the boss fight. However, there are more artifacts spawning on the map. This video is only going to tell you about the locations and the cave entrances for the 6 artifacts that you need for this boss fight. So if you are looking for the other artifacts that spawn on the map, this is not the video for you. Now, the 6 artifacts that you're going to need in order to just take on any of the bosses are the Brute, the Devourer, the Massive, the Clever, the Hunter, and the Pack. Now for the Gamma or the easy boss fight, all you're going to need is each of the 6 artifacts. For the Beta, which is the medium boss fight, you're going to need each of the 6 artifacts, but then 10 each of all of these different items that you collect from killing various creatures. And then finally, the hard or the Alpha, you're going to need 25 of each of these items in addition to these 6 artifacts. Now the first artifact to talk about is the Brute. The Brute is probably the easiest one to find, however, it's in one of the worst locations. The Brute is located at 6788.8. Now, the Brute is located out in the open, but it's at the bottom of the ocean, so you're going to need a scuba tank and preferably a pretty fast creature in order to get to it. I strongly encourage a fast creature because there are Tusos, there are Mosas, there are all sorts of really nasty stuff that spawn deep in the ocean of the center, so you're going to want a creature that can get you out of trouble. Now, the next 2 artifacts are actually located in the same cave system, however, they are at opposite ends of the cave. In the Snow North, which is located at 21.9 and 27.1 for the cave entrance, you are going to have the option to go down into the water, and when you get to the bottom of the water area, you'll see that there is a tunnel that goes to the left and a tunnel that goes to the right. The tunnel that goes to the right is going to lead you to the Devourer. You'll basically know that you're in the right cave when you come out and you see that there's only a few pillars located around you, and you'll need to just kind of follow the path until you eventually get to the artifact of the Devourer, which is at 26.8, 23.8. Now, if you go back to the original spot where you separated into the 2 different directions, if you go to the left this time instead, you will reach the artifact of the Clever. Now, you'll know that you're in the correct room for the artifact of the Clever because the room that you come out of the water in will have the pillars kind of going around the entire room. There'll be one path for you to follow, and you just need to follow that path and take the lower path all the way down until you hit 22.3, 21.9, which is essentially a large open room, and you'll see the artifact sitting on a rock. The next artifact is the Artifact of the Massive. The Artifact of the Massive is located in the same cave as the Artifact of the Strong. However, you do not need the Artifact of the Strong in order to take on the bosses. You're going to want to go to 14.9, 62.7. This is the entrance to the lava cave. Now, once you jump down off of the ledge to the lava cave, you will basically have to follow some paths around for quite a while until you get to 1448.5. This is where the Artifact of the Massive will be located. The 5th artifact is located on the volcanic island, just like the last one, and that is the Artifact of the Hunter. The Artifact of the Hunter is located within the Pearl Cave, and you can find the Pearl Cave by going to 20.2, 46.3. Once you go down the tunnel into the cave, you're going to notice that there is a pathway that goes to the left and a pathway that goes to the right. You are going to want to follow the pathway going to the right, which is where at 2049.8 you are going to find the Artifact of the Hunter. Now, I do have to note that I had a particular issue with this artifact as it spawned underneath the mesh. So if you are playing in single player, you may have the same issue. And if the artifact is not spawning after a very long time of waiting, you may have to actually use admin commands in order to retrieve the artifact from being in the mesh. The final artifact is the Artifact of the Pack. The Artifact of the Pack is located in the Underworld Cave, and you're going to have to go into the Underworld in order to find it. There are 2 easy to find entrances to the Underworld. One is a 36.1, 48.8. And that is located in some ruins that are kind of located up against a wall. The second entrance is located at 34.759. Now, both of these are water entrances, and you will have to be able to swim in order to kind of get through them. This one is actually located in the middle of a river, and it's a little bit more difficult to kind of navigate because it is at the bottom of this river. Now, once you arrive down into the underworld, you're going to look for 48.3, 49.5. This is going to take you into this cave system where at 60.6, 49.3, you will find yourself the artifact of the pack. And there you have it. That is how you find all 6 of the artifacts that you are going to need in order to take on the bosses in the Center for Ark Survival Ascended. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and definitely let me know in the comments down below what you think of the Center so far and if you found this video useful. I guess I will catch you all in the next one.